Today we're going to do a piece on the Annihilator and Salmonella. In January of 2016, I got Salmonella. There was an outbreak of fresh greens, and I got some of the contaminated greens. What luck! A solid test of how well this technology works on bacterial infections, except for the part about massive sick misery. And predictably, it hit after I had gone to bed. Nothing like being awakened in the middle of the night by something like Salmonella. I live alone, and I was too weak to get out of bed, and my Annihilator was in the pickup. Because of my hip damage, I can't crawl worth a hoot, so I couldn't get to the bathroom. So you can imagine the nightmare mess I had to clean up later. I had to lie in that mess for more than 7 hours. I couldn't get to the phone either. Salmonella's symptoms are unmistakable. Abdominal pain, cramping and tenderness, chills, fever, diarrhea, muscle pain. The diarrhea often causes such dehydration that victims need to be hospitalized. I had Salmonella once before. I was so dehydrated that time the doctor was afraid to have me move the 47 miles to a hospital even if I had agreed to go. As if I needed anything else, I'm allergic to most and maybe all of the common antibiotics used to treat Salmonella, even if the variety I got wasn't resistant to whatever antibiotic or antibiotics I was prescribed. So in the middle of the night, with rampant vomiting and diarrhea, I was not going to drive to town to an ER. This time, when I could finally get to my Annihilator, I taped the terminals over the most tender spots on my abdomen, slid the switch to on, and my symptoms were gone in under an hour. Where the X's are is where I put the terminals. It doesn't matter, as you can see, you can pull the zip strip to pull them apart. That's how I did it. And then I just tucked the Annihilator box itself after I slid the slide switch towards the LED so it was on. I just stuck it in the pocket of my pants. Salmonella food poisoning usually lasts 7 to 12 days. My symptoms stayed gone for as long as I wore the Annihilator. To test, I removed the terminals once a day over the next week while I was in the bathroom. The Salmonella symptoms returned in minutes the first 4 times. I taped the terminals back on my abdomen again, and the symptoms were gone again, in minutes. I wore my Annihilator day and night until I didn't have any return of symptoms when I removed it, and that was under a week instead of the usual 7 to 10 days or week to 2 weeks that Salmonella usually takes to go away. I don't doubt that I would have seen similar results had I used either a basic zapper or a revitalizer, but I'm not going to get Salmonella again so I can test it. If any of you should have similar results, we're always interested to hear them. Bilamiaya. Thank you. Doksha ake. Until later.